Good morning, everybody. Andrew Gianto at eXp Realty. I want today to change the way you think about owning a rental property because, god damn, I'm getting gray. Oof, don't love that. But, all right. I want to change the way you think about your rental properties because I'm actually closing on a new property today, and I was talking with a buddy, and he was asking, oh, how much are you going to make off that a month? And I don't have this one rented out. I have an idea, so I went over one of my older properties, and on one of my smaller properties that I really don't charge much for rent, I'm only making about profit just under $200 a month. So he was kind of like, well, you're not really making that much money. Why is that worth it to you? And I said, here's why it's worth it to you. Okay? You need to start looking at your rental properties as a savings account that somebody else is putting money into it for you. Okay? And what does that mean? So when you buy a house, you get a loan. Okay? You're going to get what's called a 30-year loan. We'll do these ones at a $300,000 house, because if you're going to rent them, maybe it's a townhouse, at 3.75, which is the going rate because they are going up like I've been saying. Okay? That's going to put your principal payment right around, to start, $452, and your interest is going to be right around, $938. So you're paying double the amount of interest every month. Your payment's going to be $1,350-ish. So 1/3 of your payment is only going to your principal, which is actually paying down your house, which is awful. But this is a rental property, right? So technically somebody else is paying that for you. So every single month on that $450, somebody's paying that down in your loan, right? It's basically them stashing away money into a bank account for you, $450. And then each month over that 30-year span, it's going to gain a little bit more. So what starts at about $452, next month will be $453, then $455, then $456, then $458. It just slowly goes up and up and up. For that to get to about $100 more, right around the $550 range, it takes about 5 years, okay? And they're paying $550 a month, okay? And then another 5 years, it goes about $650. Right around 11 years, those numbers are going to balance each other out, where your mortgage and your interest are about even. So then all those years after that, after 11 years, so the next 19 years, you're actually getting more principal each month than you're paying on in interest, okay? So that's the way you want to change your mindset, is every month somebody's just stashing a little bit of money that you're gaining in equity, okay, that you can use later down the road. So that when that's paid off, if you don't want it anymore and gaining that consistent money, you sell it. And then you put that 300 grand in your pocket that somebody literally put into. It's like putting money in a 401k or some kind of deferred comp. They were just adding money until it got to an amount, and then you were able to sell it. Or once it's paid off, now you're gaining that whole amount of the loan minus the taxes, interest, or taxes and insurance, as residual income for the rest of your life. You could take out a HELOC against it. You could use it as leverage, whatever you need to do. But instead of looking at it as, oh, you're only making $200 a month, like that's not the way to look at a rental property. You need to look at it as, hey, somebody's putting the X amount of dollars into a bank account for me for later, for savings. It's just like a 401k, just like that. That doesn't even include the amount that you're gonna gain in equity from the home increasing, because I would be astonished if you could find me a period in time where a house over any 30-year span was worth less money at the end of a 30 years than before. So not only do they pay that loan off for you, but it increased value. But I don't even care about that. I just want you to think about it like that. For you people who want to open up a 401k or some of these deferred comps, like this is essentially somebody doing that for you over a long period of time. And now you have assets, okay? So look into that. Go look at your amortization scale. That's always a fucking weird word for me to say, amortization scale. And really see how much money you're paying in principal versus interest on your loan. And then you know what? If it is just that extra $100, $200, $300 more you're making on rent a month, if you don't need that money, put that back towards the principal, and you will demolish that loan. You will eat away at that interest. You will pay that house off so much faster. And then you're hitting that target of it fully paid off where you could sell it, or you're making that large residual income, which is the ultimate goal. If you're trying to get long-term wealth, that's the ultimate goal, is to be able to have that nonstop large residual income while having assets under your name, okay? So I hope this helped you guys. I try to make it simple, try to keep it easy, but think about that, okay? That's the difference between renting and flipping. I'll do a video on flipping, why I like it, why I don't like it in today's market. But that's how I look at my rental properties. It is literally somebody putting money away into a bank account for you for later, okay? Have a good one.